Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome on this beautiful fall day. I'm Audrey DeYoung, and this is Audrey Live, and just looking forward to spending a little bit of time with you today. On our show, we have live Pamela Kearns will be on, and she'll be doing a demonstration for us, and also showing her projects, a little bit of information on her projects for the Art Waves Live fall online show. Also, Anita Morin will be with us today. She has sent in a video showing her projects and also a cute little demo for you. So we'll be talking about everything fall, everything Thanksgiving here on Audrey Live. It's October 5th, and I don't know what's going on, but this week I live near London, Ontario. Many of you know that, Canada. It has been like incredibly hot and humid, kind of even hotter than we had this summer, I would think. We had the last 2 days, that was like 28, 29, 30 degrees Celsius days. And, I was sweating again. Fall comes and you think that you should be okay, but it was very, very hot. I spent Tuesday with my mom I had appointments, she had appointments. So I was doing a lot of running around and in and out. And it was just like very hot. And then Wednesday, I spent the day up at my daughter Ashley's house in Dashwood, their new home up there, helping unload boxes and move furniture and helping them get settled in. And again, I just couldn't cool down. So it's great, I guess. It's great to have the beautiful fall weather and the warm weather. Today, it's not sunny, but it's still warm out there. So yeah, I think this weekend it's supposed to cool off a bit. But I'm not complaining. I love the warm weather. I just wish that I could maybe be on a beach somewhere or camping or something like that instead of running around and working. But anyway, so it is. Yeah, it's October 5th. And here in Canada, this is our Thanksgiving weekend. Yes, it's Thanksgiving in Canada this weekend. And a lot of people, put it can be as much as you want or as little as you want. I know for me, coming up to Thanksgiving weekend means I start doing my decorating. Like you can see, this is a piece that I painted. It's got my autumn. And then this is actually this fall piece over here I picked up at the dollar store or Dollar Tree. I've also got this lovely pumpkin that I purchased quite a few years ago. So it's kind of neat because the one side is just a pumpkin with some nice greenery on top. So I put that out now. And then when we get to the end of the month and it's Thanksgiving, I just turn it around and have a bit of a Halloween decoration. So it's kind of multi-purpose. Also this one, same sort of thing. I bought it at the dollar store and it's really flashy, which is kind of neat for Halloween night. But for right now, I painted the other side and I just used different colors and put a little bit of dry brushing on, put Hello Fall, and I'll put that in my decoration as well on my side porch. I have like a little area there on the side porch that I kind of decorate up. Yeah, usually just a little bit of a difference because I know a lot of people in the States, of course, you celebrate Thanksgiving the end of November. And here in Canada, we celebrate it the beginning of October, the first weekend in October. It says United States Thanksgiving is celebrated on the fourth Thursday of November. But here in Canada, it is celebrated the second Monday in October, which is your Columbus Day, I guess, in the US. While Americans and Canadians both celebrate Thanksgiving Day, there are several differences between the traditions and practices in the two neighboring countries. Both countries celebrate it by being thankful for God's bounty. So that's one thing that I kind of, as I was reading about this, I think it was back in the 1500s that Thanksgiving started in Canada. And correct me if I'm wrong, I should have written these dates down. And I believe it was when a settler came and landed in, oh my goodness, I can't remember now. I'm just going on Facebook here so people can let me know if I'm wrong. Anyway, they settled, and I have found that because they say the weather in the US, that your harvest is later than our harvest. So a lot of our Thanksgiving was decided the date upon harvest time, which here in Canada, a lot of harvest happens the beginning of October. It says some of the differences just quickly between the food, because of course food is a big part of Thanksgiving in both countries. It says Canadian pumpkin pie is spicy with ginger, nutmeg, cloves, and cinnamon, where the American pumpkin pie is typically sweet and has custard in it. That was interesting. Canadians bake their sweet potatoes, or they mash them into a puree, while Americans add butter, sugar, and spices to make a casserole topped with marshmallows. So there we go. There's another difference with the food. Canadians use breadcrumbs or rice for the stuffing, and the U.S. stuffing is made with cornbread, based in the southern U.S. states. Oysters are also used in eastern states, and northern states use rice like the Canadians. Canadians typically serve warm or wheat-based rolls of bread for Thanksgiving dinner, while Americans tend to serve cornbread rolls, muffins, or sliced loaf. So just a few differences, I guess, in the food. It says the traditional Thanksgiving meal is dinner on Thursday in the U.S., and then I know they have their big shopping day on Friday. So they kind of get a 4-day holiday, I think, in the US. A lot of people do anyway. Whereas in Canada, the feast could be held either the Sunday or the Monday. Fall decoration always work hand in hand with Thanksgiving in my house. I typically, like I said, decorate the fall. My side porch with like a fall decoration, a Thanksgiving decoration. And then once it comes closer to Halloween, I kind of switch it all and make it more of a Halloween decoration. So for that weekend as well. Anyway, just a few little tidbits of information about Thanksgiving. And yeah, well, like I said, us here in Canada, we're getting ready for Thanksgiving, while down in the States, they're not even probably thinking about it yet. I don't know. Maybe now's the time to start thinking about it. So we're going to go right to our first guest today, and that is Pamela Kearns. Pamela is from Toronto, Ontario. Although a seed beater at heart, Pam has been branching out into new techniques and combining the best of both worlds into her creations. She has her first project published in the May-June 2013 issue of Beadwork. Pam taught at many different bead button shows in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. A problem solver, Pam thoroughly enjoys teaching and inspiring students to think beyond basic techniques, encouraging students to stamp their own vision or project on projects. To ensure that all students can accomplish the technique, Pam, also a southpaw, for those who know what that is, includes lefty alerts with her class instructions. We're going to welcome Pam to the show. Hello, Pam.
I'm here. Hold on. There I am. Okay.
There you are. Hello, hello. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. How are you doing today?
Very good. It's been very busy. So, you get to the point of exhaustion, but, you just keep on moving. And I keep saying, maybe next month won't be as busy as this month. And I can take a little downtime for myself.
I keep doing that year to year. I don't know. It's yeah. I can't believe it's already October.
I know.
Yeah.
Where does the time go?
Crazy. Just crazy. Yeah.
So what were you busy doing this summer or fall?
Oh my goodness. I've been doing a lot of, I started working at Michael's, which has been a dangerous place because, I like that. And I like that. Oh, there's some new beads. Yeah. So here's my paycheck. That's okay. Let me work there. But I've been doing a lot of new designs, some new ideas. I really did a couple of focus things on Christmas. So yeah.
That's what I was kind of mentioning about fall and Thanksgiving, how, but a lot of designers, of course, like yourself and educators have to be thinking Christmas. You're always a season ahead.
At least. Usually I think of the ideas 6 months ahead. I get it out in my hands, but then you have to write the instructions. So that other people can understand it. That's key.
That's key. Exactly.
That's key. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
So where have you been besides Michael's? You've been teaching online, of course,
I've been teaching online. I've got a couple of local bead stores. I've been teaching all different places and, you know, just gearing up and getting a lot of inspiration from people.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll have you show us the project that you're going to be teaching for us.
That would be wonderful.
At the fall show.
Yeah. Let me just switch cameras here. So this is how clear you see me. And I'm just going to hit focus here because I see it's not quite focused. Where's my focus? There we are. Okay. So I'm teaching 3 beading classes. And on the November 2nd, which is the Thursday from 3 to 5, I am doing triangular peyote. And this is one of the colorways. I don't have the other one handy, but it is the same thing, just with a white background. So if you think of white trees and colorful ornaments, that's the look it's going to be. Just like this one has got the green. And so this is triangular peyote. It's not scary at all. What's nice is that it's random. You don't have to make each one the same. No 2 trees are the same anyways.
Yeah.
And so that is going to be done. So I will have 2 colorways available. It's not very big. It's about roughly an inch across. Where's my handy dandy ruler here? So yeah, it's exactly an inch at the bottom. So they're dainty enough, but you know what? For a child, they make a cute little pendant as well. And since you'd have a pair, that's 2 little cute pendants. So it, you know, the more you make, and the kit will have 2 pairs in it. And since I'm not really good at measuring things out, you'll probably get a lot more. So,
well, they are adorable. They do look like Christmas trees. Yeah,
they do look like, but they're so basic. And once you learn this, it can morph into other stuff. And I will show you those things it can morph into during the class. So that's what's happening on Thursday, November 2nd. On Friday, November 3rd, we're also going to stay with the holiday theme. I'm just going to back up here a little bit. And this is an ornament using cubic right angle weave, as well as a pendant size. Both are done exactly the same way. And the pendant measure, let me back up again a little bit more. Oh, here, I'll bring this up so you see a little bit more of it. The pendant from top to bottom measures about 3 inches. So it's pretty dainty. It'll go with a lot of stuff. It is gold based. The ornament has the features the same colors. It's just bigger beads. So they're both done the same way, but here to here measures about 5 inches. So it's going to be a substantial ornament. But the smaller one, if you've got a mini tree or want to put something into the window, it'll work as a small ornament as well. And if you're really, really daring, turn them into earrings.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
So yeah,
very nice.
Some people like that big chunky look. So that is what's happening on Friday, November 3rd. And it's a 10 to 2 class. So it's a very comfortable length of time, and there's no reason you won't finish it. And for the kit, you can either order the ornament or you can order the pendant, or both. Because once you learn one, you learn both. Now, the jewelry, we are going to do jewelry. And this is something I designed. I call it stepping stones. And this is using 2 kinds of beads, a 2-hole hexagonal bead, and just some 2 sizes of regular seed beads. And what's fun about this is that they're going to be reversible, which I don't think I mentioned in the class because it's like, hey, let me add something special. So for example, you see on the purple, you've got this dark purple on one side. Let me zoom in just so you can see a little bit more of the detail. And this is how clear you will see it. So on one side, you've got the dark purple. On the other side, you've got a much lighter purple. So you can wear this 2 ways. Okay. On this one, it is one color, but let me see what I can do to find another color. We'll have it in the order form, don't worry. The blue, similar. We've got the darker blue on one side, and for a bit of bling, we have silver, the bright silver. This is one of my favorite ones. I've gotten to really love copper. So here we've got the copper beads. Again, they're 2-hole. The bright copper, it looks very gold, but it's more of a bright copper. And on the other side, just a darker color that is a little bit more matte. So you do have the choice of all 4, and it is very supple. So it goes around your wrist really well, just like that. And
Beautiful.
again, you can wear it on both sides, and certainly having, the V's in the middle point up or point down, that's your choice too. So that is happening on Saturday, November 4th. It is a 2-hour class. You may not get it all done in the class, but I will have this in stages and it will be recorded. And you will have excellent written instructions, and of course, you can contact me anyways. My philosophy is once you're my student, you're always my student. So if you have questions about not just these projects, but any other beading questions you have, give me a shout. I'll give you a hand. So that's what we're doing. So again, that's the 4 pendants. We've got the ornaments. There's that one. And where'd the other little pendant go? There we go. There's a little pendant size of that. Perfect. And I just lost me there. Hold on, let me find me. There I am.
There you are.
There I am. So that is the joys of technology, right? So that is what we're doing. And I know I've been contacted by one person, so I'm hoping there's a whole lot of people who are really interested in doing some of this with me. And if you've never, if the idea of beading intrigues you, but a little worried about where do you start with a class with me. And I will explain beads, and I will explain the materials you're using and the whole process from start to finish.
Wonderful. I know I've taken a class with Pam, and it's so worth it. So worth it. And you're just an awesome teacher and lots of patience.
Thank you.
So I know they will certainly enjoy the class.
Oh, thank you. I'm looking forward to teaching. This is what, year 4 that I've been doing this now? Something like that?
I think so. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Sure.
So that'll be good.
Perfect.
Okay. So
did you have any questions? I'm looking and no, just everybody's watching, but no questions.
Okay. Not a problem.
So, and they can, once they register, they will get an email from you probably in the very near future. We'll be sending out the class list. So then they'll be getting information from the teachers of how to order the kits and that sort of thing as well.
Yeah,
so
not a problem. And yeah, as I say, you will have color choices and lots of options too. And as I say, during class, I will show you what else you can do with this pattern of all of these. Yeah, so it's not a one-off. You're going to get more information than just what's in front of you.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Okay. Well, that's great. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome. I look forward to seeing more people.
All right. Take care. Thanks for being with us.
You too. Bye-bye, guys.
Yep. Bye-bye. Well, that was wonderful just to see all the projects that she's going to be teaching. And yeah, I think it's just, sometimes we get kind of in this, I'm just going to do this type of craft. And sometimes it's good to try something new, something different. And you never know if you're going to like it or not. So I really strongly encourage most of her classes, I believe, let me just look, are 2 hours on Thursday, 2 hours on Saturday. And then the ornament one or the Christmas ornament pendant is 4 hours. So, but I strongly suggest you take one of the 2-hour classes just to get your feet wet, so to speak, and see whether it's something you enjoy doing. It's lots of fun, and they certainly would make great Christmas gifts. So that is wonderful. So thank you, Pam, for all that information, and thank you for being with us today. Our next guest is Anita Morin. Like I mentioned, she is unfortunately not able to make it live today, but she's sent in a wonderful video for us. Anita was introduced to decorative painting in the summer of 1997. After one painting lesson, she was hooked. She's taught herself many different techniques over the years, practicing with methods and materials that she found in magazines and online. She went from painting nonstop at her kitchen counter to a workstation complete with an area to paint and storage bins for her supplies. I think she was hooked. Her art was first published in 2006, and now you can find her work in many publications. And of course, she does many pattern packs as well. So unfortunately, yes, Anita was unable to join us today because of work commitments, but she has sent in a video that we are going to enjoy. So let me just get that up here for you in a minute. It's this one. There we go. And make sure I got the video and the sound for you.
My name is Anita Morin, and I want to share with you a couple of my classes that I'll be teaching at the Art Wave Convention. The first one, it's a welcome plaque, and if I can put it straight, I took a canvas right here, which is an 11 by 14. I took it apart, and I made a little frame out of it. The background is with rice paper, but you can use tissue paper, whatever you have on hand. So that's my first class, and that is Saturday, November 4th. I also have this book here. It's a recycled book. Great way to recycle your books. It's a soft cover, and I distressed it to make it look old. I have a little tag, and this is with coffee stain. And I'm going to show you how to do the cover, at least, just to show you what it looks like. I'm going to put my camera down, switch cameras. Okay, now I already prepped this with gesso. You can use whatever gesso you have on hand. Okay, and I did the coffee on the background. So I'm going to show you how to prep this. This here, it's a coffee stain, and it's from vintage. I can't remember what her title of her group is. Her name is Tracy Campbell, and she shares her coffee mixture. So it's instant coffee. It has water and cinnamon, and it smells really, really good. You can age material for bows, books, wood, whatever you want, just distress, you can do it. Okay, I'm going to grab canvas sanding pad. So what I did was I put a couple coats, okay, of gesso, and I wanted to leave some marks. So here you can see some marks just to make it look a little older. I'm gonna just sand in some different directions against the grain that I applied the gesso, because the gesso I went up and down. So I'm just gonna sand a few little areas. The sides are rough looking too. Okay. I'm just going to wipe the dust there. Okay. Now I have, I keep a brush, especially for this, so I don't use my other good brushes. Okay. And just go along. I can also put some on the blue here. You can apply it thick, some really light. This will be wiped off. Okay, I'm going to take I'm going to start baby white first. And just take some of this off. But I also want the edges a little darker. So this is going to make your white not so white. It's going to just tone it down a little bit. Okay, I'm going to take paper towel. Just want to wipe a little bit off. And then I'm going to go back along the edges to make it look a little old. So it changed the color a little bit there. Okay, now I'm going to make it a little, the edges just a little darker. And I'm also going to do, you can let it run, drip down. And I also want some of my pages. You want to make it all look the same. You don't want your cover to look old and not your pages. Okay, and then over here. Okay, now I'm going to add a little bit more coffee. And this time I'm going to let it dry just a little bit before I take some off. Okay, I'm going to just let that dry just a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how I did my little tag. I'm just going to take this out. Now I crumpled it. Do you want the wrinkles? Okay. Now what I did is dunk it in here. Okay. And then when you shake a little bit off, you want to get it all. And then what I did was I took a little bit off and I left the edges a little dark. So that's the way I want it. So you can see, oh, there's a little piece of paper. You can see the edges are going to be a little darker. And that's okay if you get some on that side. It is a little bit messy. So I'm not going to lie about that. It is messy. I'm just going to dry this off a little bit so I can move on to the next step. See how you have the coffee? It also leaves like little the coffee grind. Sometimes it's like stays on the book. Just going to dab a little bit off. So you keep repeating it and until you're happy with it. Okay, I'm going to dry this off a little bit more so I can do the color. Now I also like once it's dried to rough up the page a little bit. The tag does not take long to dry. I might do the tag and let the book dry a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to let my book cover dry just a little bit more, and I'm going to work on the tag. Okay, I'm going to throw these out. Now I have Payne's Gray, and also have some ink. So this is archival ink, little jet. This is black soot. So what you can do is go along the edge. Okay. And then I also like to, this is Payne's Gray. I like this. They did discontinue this color, but you can still get it now. I'm just going to use a flat wash brush, and I'm just going to pick up a little bit on the corner, and you're going to just go along the corners. You're not floating, you're just adding a little bit of blue here and there. Put a little bit on your aged. And then you can do the back too, but they're not going to see it, okay, when you have it on your book. So I'm going to let that really dry. On here, I also have a lace ribbon, lace, yeah, it's a ribbon. And these are furniture tacks. You can get them at your hardware store. And I got these little keys from Amazon. And I have a little jute. And I also did some stamps in the back. Okay, and it's somewhat dry. So I'm going to do the same thing with the blue. And I'm going to just rough up the pages a little bit. So while the book is wet, but you can't do this with your hardcover, but you can do it with your soft cover book. So I'm just roughing up the little edges, like flipping it a little bit. Just kind of roll it. Okay, I can add more coffee to this if I want to make it a little darker. I'm going to do the same with the ink. I'm going to go along the sides here. Especially when you have these papers all roughed up, it looks really good. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same with some asphaltum and some Payne's Gray. But first I want to do this color here. I used Laurel. So I have Laurel, and I'm going to put this on my palette. Okay, and I want it watered down a little bit. I don't want it like a solid color. So I'm just going to put some in a couple of spots, and I'm really watering it down. Okay, I'm going to take a paper towel, and I'm going to blob some off. So see how you have some like this dark edge? It's probably a part where it was sanded. Okay. That in there. Oops, I got some glue on my paper. Okay, now water it down a little bit more. Just do like an X motion when you're doing this. There. Now, you can wipe some off if I'm not happy with it. This is where you can wipe some off while it's still a little damp, and it'll leave it some more different textures on here. Okay, now I'm okay with my color. Now I'm gonna go back with my some Payne's gray, some more coffee if I want to. So, but first I want to do a little bit of Payne's gray. So I have some on my palette, and I'm gonna put some along the edge, and I'm gonna make it a little thick in color there. See how you have it? So again, I'm not floating, I'm just trying to get some blue on there. I like dark corners on these. And then you just keep playing with it till you're happy with it. So keep dabbing, and then just keep reapplying. And you'll probably need a lot of paper towel when you're doing this. Okay, now to tone down this a little bit more and make it more aged, take your coffee and go back in with it. It's dark. Okay, I'm going to take another paper towel. So it's just toning the page down a little bit. And change your paper towel to a drier spot. Okay, and I like this. And I'm just gonna, again, make my sides a little old. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take, I think I might take the asphaltum. I'm gonna add a little bit to the corners and some more blue. I'm done with the cover. I like it. So that's what my cover looks like. Again, it's still a little damp. If I wanted to, so it doesn't look so straight, I can go in circles. My marks. There. So notice when I lift up, there you go. You have okay, I'm gonna put some I put some asphaltum on here. I don't want my brush to be like really wet. So I'm just gonna add some and dab the watermarks. Do a little section at a time. To mix your blue and brown together. Makes it dark. And I'll put a little bit more here along the edge. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit more blue and add some blue. And you can also do some at the edge here. I'm going to take a clean one. Here. Okay, and I think I like this. So that's how you would age your book. I would, the back here, I did the same. So you can do the same on the back once your front is completely dry. And again, you can play a little bit more with the edges to rough it up a little bit while it's still wet. And I know it's very messy, but it's fun to do this. So I hope that you enjoyed this little demo and that you're going to join my class on Saturday, November 4th. Thanks for watching.
There you go. That was very interesting. Thank you, Anita. That's one thing I think some of us don't spend enough time on, is those backgrounds. And as you can see, as Anita was building the background, how you can, make it darker, lighter, add color, delete, take away color, and how important, and maybe just playing with backgrounds, put a little stencil on, it's just such a neat process to learn. Yeah, I think that's just, thank you so much, Anita. And also, hopefully many of you will sign up for her classes that she had mentioned at the Art Waves Live online fall show. She's looking forward to teaching for us, and we are looking forward to having you with us as well. I just like going back to the Thanksgiving in the fall quickly a minute. One thing that I forgot to mention before, always try to do is a bit of a centerpiece or something on the table so that when you're eating, it's there. Now, typically with our family, there's usually 10 or 12 of us. So I usually have like a buffet style. I don't put the food on the table because there's just not enough room. So I do have room for a bit of a centerpiece down the middle. So if you have any ideas, centerpiece ideas, that would be great if you could share that with us. Maybe just quick and easy. That you can make on the table. I know I've done many different types before, like just getting some leaves, a little bit of small gourds or something like that, pine cones. But if you have any ideas, maybe you can share them with us. That would be wonderful. And soon, because this weekend, like I mentioned, is Thanksgiving in Canada. So it would be great if I could come up with something new on the table. Yeah, so yes, just also a reminder about the fall show is November 1st to the 5th, 2023. You can go to our website, www.c2cevents.com, and along the top, you'll see there's the spring show, the fall show. Click on the fall show, and the catalog's there, the registration's there. You can just print out the registration and email it to me, or you can do the online registration. Or you could just call me and we can do registration over the phone. I will still take your phone call and do registration that way as well. So we just really, really hope that you'll join us. This will be our last online show. So yeah, please come support us, support the teachers, support what we've been doing for over the last 27 years. And hopefully that you'll be able to join us with that. Next week, we are taking the week off. I'm having to go down to Kingsville to my mom's home and need to, we've sold it. So just go and get it ready for the next owners. So we will not be having a show next week, but the following week we will be live on October 19th with Pat Lantang and Sue Power. So we hope that you will join us then. Everybody in Canada, have a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. Hope that you enjoy time with your family and friends. And eat lots of turkey, ham, whatever you eat for your Thanksgiving meal, and enjoy time together. Yeah, so we look forward to having you with us in the very near future. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. And happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye, all.